So this is on writing chemical formulas for ionic bonds. So what we need to do, so we're going to write Mg and sulfur, magnesium and sulfur, and we're going to find the oxidation number, or the number of electrons that magnesium is going to lose and the number of electrons that sulfur is going to gain. And we get Mg2. So if we cross multiply or bring the number down to the subscript, that's what they call the subscript here, 2 and sulfur to the subscript, then we can reduce these to a 1-to-1, and we don't have to write the ones in, so we just write MgS. So this is the part where we know this is magnesium sulfide, because we had if you haven't seen that video, it tells you how to name these. But what we're going to do is we're going to use our periodic table and help us to decide what these numbers are, what they call the oxidation numbers. So if you look at this, the elements here have an oxidation state, 2. So this tells us that right in here that lithium has a +1, beryllium has a +2, boron has a +3, carbon can go +4 or -4. Nitrogen can go quite a few things, but what we'll do here is oxygen. We're going to go with the -3 for nitrogen, and fluorine is -1. So those are the numbers that you're going to use to help you decide how to write these formulas. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go to, all right, I've done a few for you. So if we're using the cross to get us our subscript, you notice that we had, this is 1 and this is 1. So we don't have to write these in, Na1 and Cl1. So that's how we write that. Now here, calcium, I looked this up, so I'm going to go over to next page. Calcium, you can see that calcium has a +2. So I'm going to use that. That's where that information came from. +2. Bromine is -1. So I'm going to use this number comes down here. It becomes a subscript for Br, and this becomes the subscript for Ca. We get rid of the negative sign, so we just make it 1 and this 2. And because this is a 1, we don't have to write it. So we'll write it as Ca Br 2. And the reason this is because Br wants to only take 1 electron. So Br is 7 electrons in this valence shell. But calcium has 2, so one calcium can give 1 to this one, and then it needs another Br to give the electron there. So that's why we have 2 Brs attached to 1 Ca. All right, so I've done these for you, help you out. Put the numbers here as your subscripts with no plus or minuses. So barium bromide. So you're going to have to look up bromine. We already know that bromine is -1, and barium we'll have to take a look at. Barium. Right over here. Barium is +2. So going back to barium, +2, and bromide -1. All right, so that was what I'd like to just kind of highlight. Hopefully that helps you get started on this.